entirely what date it is. So just hold on one sec. There we go. It's Saturday, September the 26th. Can you believe that next week is October already? How do we get to October? But here in sunny Florida, it's still glorious. I think temperatures last night were 77, and I think they're going to be in the low 80s today, which is just perfect for me. And yeah, what am I doing? Oh yes, I know what I'm doing. I'm calling you to let you know that we are live at 11 a.m. this morning for our story time. I'm going to give you a sort of a little taste of our webinar, what we should look for in a medium, and I'm going to tell you a story about one of the first mediums that I ever saw. It's sort of a funny story, but it's quite a sad story at the same time. I think you'll enjoy it. Anyway, it happened to me. I'm going back years and years and years to when I sort of was first beginning and first getting involved in sort of this area. And excuse me. So I'm going to hope that you really enjoy listening to the story, and I would love to hear your comments. And of course, you know as well as I do, we cannot do a show. I cannot possibly do a show without questions and answers. I love your interaction. That's what I'm all about. I like to be interactive with people. I'm sorry, I'm sort of itching. I cannot get myself comfortable on the sofa right now, but I promise you at 11, I will be perfectly comfortable and perfectly ready and able to answer any questions that you've got. My only suggestion to you is this. If you would like to ask a question, can you get it in early? I feel so badly. It's only an hour's show. We always go over a little bit, but really it's only an hour's show, and you can only answer so many questions in so much time. And I know so many of you would like messages, and we get lots of requests for messages. But again, unfortunately, it's sort of, very difficult to give messages, sort of in the brief time that we have. I'd love to answer every question. I'd love to talk to every one of you. We're going to try and do our best this morning to see if we can achieve that. We hope we can. Anyway, in the meantime, 11 a.m. this morning, the 26th of September, Saturday, if I read it right, that is. Saturday morning, 11 a.m. And I'm going to tell you a funny story about one of my first experiences in a spiritualist church in England. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the medium who was there. And it's really about, sometimes we, that old saying, don't judge a book by its cover. This is one of those times, but we should never judge a book by its cover, should we? We should never look at a person and see a ragged homeless person and think that they don't have a soul within them, or that they're not a beautiful person. Lots of people are homeless through no fault of their own, on and on and on. But we do it, don't we? Because we're human. We look at somebody. People look at me. I'm going to tell you something now. I'm telling you the honest truth, and then I know you won't believe it when I say it to you. But people look at me and they look me up and down. You can see them actually sometimes, especially if I'm sort of a bit dressed up. You can see them looking me up and down, and you absolutely know that they're thinking, "Geez, what a snob she is. Who does she think she is? She's a bit stuck up." And I'm always being accused, and certainly by my neighbours, I'm always being accused of being stuck up. Until if they take the time to get to know me, and then I tell them, look, I am stuck up. I am a snob. I try to keep the idea going because it's funny and it pleases me. We all make those judgments, don't we? I can see so many of you coming. I'm not answering any questions because I can see, although I can see all of this, and I love you all for this. I can't actually see a thing without my glasses, and even if I had my glasses on, the writing is so teeny on here that I would never be able to tell what you're saying. So when I'm done here, which is any minute now, when I'm done, I'm going to peer at these things and I will read all of your comments. But again, please join me I think it's, let's see, let me look again. It's in 55 minutes. In 55 minutes, we're going to go live with story time, and I'm going to tell a sort of a funny and a sort of a sad story about one of my first times in a spiritualist church, and the medium. Sometimes you have to use that term loosely. You do know that, right? And the medium who was there to give messages. So I shall see you then. Don't forget, join me. Get your questions in early. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye. Now I have to, what do I have to do now? Oh yes, I have to switch off. There's a little red button at the top. If it were flashing at me, I might know what to do with it. I'm just kidding. I'm not quite as dumb as I make out to be, but I'm clicking now. I'll see you at 11 on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of those places. See you then.